Live from Ben Meyer Diamond at Ray Didier Field in Thibodaux, Louisiana. Tonight, the Nicholls Colonels host the number 11 ranked LSU Tigers.
We were so focused and hungry for this, and I think ever since we didn't play well against these guys in November, it was kind of on our players' minds to restore order a little bit. And our players were so locked into the moment and to themselves. They were so consumed with themselves and being successful in our own dugout and played gritty baseball. And that's all we wanted to do. That's all we talked about, was just being more gritty than our opponent. And it certainly showed up for 9 innings. It's awesome to be able to host a nationally ranked team, especially one from in-state, and knowing that we're fortunate to play in the state of Louisiana where things like this happen more often than not. It's not like this everywhere in the country. So we're fortunate to play in one of the best baseball states in all of college baseball. So we knew that would be a great crowd, and one of our goals is to be the best team in the state of Louisiana, and we knew that this win was part of that plan.
Hey, take a look at Tyler Terrio, the sophomore from nearby Bruley, Louisiana. They're trying to hope that this lefty can go about 3 innings tonight.
Tyler doesn't sit on what happened in the past. He's more of a next day kind of guy. The best thing about him outside of his ability is his demeanor and his winning mindset of overcoming adversity. He does a tremendous job of that. So we just want him to go out and give us 3 or 4 innings, and he knows how to win. He knows how to pitch. I want him to be the best he could be for the time that he was on the mound.
And we are underway. The first pitch is swung on by Cabrera, sent into center field, and coming on is Zane Washington, and he puts it away. 1 pitch, 1 out. That's the way to calm the nerves if you're Tyler Terrio. They will intentionally walk him. Beloso, who leads the team in hits, will not get a chance to hit here with 2nd and 3rd and the base open.
We didn't want to give up the inevitable momentum swing early in the game, so we knew that we were going to be able to make a play behind him and on to the next. It just showed no panic in anybody, and we just let Tyler do his thing in that moment.
That ball slowly hit towards short. Making the play is Galley in time, and the LSU Tigers will strand the bases loaded. The red and gray get through a tough situation.
We were so focused on ourselves, working counts. We're going to be very aggressive. We wanted to create as much pressure as we could against our opponent and just scrap and claw. We knew it was going to be a low-scoring game, so we wanted to fight and try to score, a run at a time as much as we could.
Ground ball right side, past Beloso, and knocked down, and the play is unable to be made. Zane Washington, a leadoff base runner for the Colonels.
Be gritty, run the bases well. I wanted to be the best base running team on the field that night.
Runner on the go, Simon swings through it, and safe at second base is Zane Washington.
He's a very mature baseball player, and he's a stallion in a racetrack. So I'm gonna let him go. I'm not gonna get in his way. If he sees something he likes, he's got the green light to go. We wanted to make them throw, make them hold our running game, and that was part of our pressurized attack for the night.
Runner on the go on the 2-1 pitch, head first slide, and Dane Simon is safe. Nicholls with 2 stolen bases in this first inning.
Dane Simon is one of the best base runners in the Southern Conference. He's a lethal weapon on the bases. He's not going to get thrown out.
That is low, ball 4. Nicholls will load the bases here in the bottom half of the first inning as Tarver draws a walk to load him up. With the bases loaded in the bottom of the first, Mason Turner has only played 1 game, doesn't have an at-bat this season. He's getting his first start tonight.
Mason is a guy that's going to be a really gritty at-bat no matter the situation. He's going to grind out an AB. He's going to fight until he can give some success to his team, who is actually down a little bit in the count, and worked the count, got a favorable pitch to attack, and was able to get a barrel on it and drive in a run.
Ball in the center field, Hampton coming on, he makes the catch. Here comes Zane Washington, the throw by Hampton hits the mound, and Nicholls takes a 1-0 lead on a line drive sacrifice fly by Mason Turner in his first plate appearance of the season. He's fired up.
Think about what just happened there. We have the bases loaded against the number 11 team in the country in the top of the first, and next thing you know, we have the bases loaded. They have no runs and we have a run. That tells you all you need to know about the type of team we have. To completely turn the game around says everything you need to know about the type of players we have in our program. Adrenaline can work for or against you in the first inning of a baseball game, especially a game where it's an in-state opponent, it's a nationally ranked team, there's tons of people in the crowd. Adrenaline can work against you when you're on the mound. Once he got out of that jam, Now all of a sudden he's not worried about that. His main focus is going inside and outside. His plan and what he does best is he's going to mix speeds, but he's going to get in and he's going to get out.
Breaking ball for a called third strike. Tyler Thibodaux picks up his second strikeout and has the first out here in the second inning.
You show one pitch that does something with some type of spin and for a strike, now you're going to have your opponent guessing.
Trying to hold up, and he goes around. That's back-to-back strikeouts for Tyler Thibodaux. The lefty has 3 in the game. Tyler Thibodaux looking to try and close out a strong inning here. Called third strike, he strikes out the side. Tyler Thibodaux strikes out Travinsky, Bianco, and Dugas. 1-0 Nicholls. We move along to the 4th inning here. Thibodaux, and guess who's back on the mound? Tyler Thibodaux. Called third strike, he throws him on the inside corner. Tyler Thibodaux with his 5th strikeout of the game. Sophomore out of Bruley, Louisiana, having himself a night here.
Once you get guys swinging like that, they're uncomfortable, and that's when he's at his best.
6 strikeouts tonight as he gets Hampton.
Thibodaux is just completely in the zone, working quickly and not missing by much when he does.
He went around, did Travinsky. That is a strikeout for Thibodaux. He strikes out the side for the 2nd time tonight. And his Nicholls Colonels lead this game 1-0.
We want to be a dominant defensive pitching baseball team with 2 outs. Our only focus is getting the guy out of the box. If we're worrying about anything else, just focus on what we need to do to get this guy out.
This ball sent to left field, hit pretty well, but Turner over makes the play. Tyler Thibodaux. 5 shutout innings against the number 11 ranked team in the country, and Nicholls leads 1-0. There goes the runner. Ground ball, base hit down the line in third. Washington will head to third. Slipping is Bianco, but he gets back up quickly. Base hit by Dean Simon, who's been on base all 3 times, first and third with 1 away.
Dane's like a leadoff type hitter. We got speed on the bases, so no better matchup here than the guys we have in the box. And our team understands that we have got to strike again. We want to grow this lead a little bit because we know it's going to be a tight game and every run is precious, but we're in a great situation to get another one and let our speed get on base and do its thing.
This ball hit off the end of the bat, coming on. Cabrera still coming. That's going to drop for a hit. Into score Zane Washington. It's 2-0 Nicholls. He should get an outstanding ovation if in fact he is out of this game. Seth Thibodaux gives him a pat on the head. What a job by Thibodaux to go 5 1/3 to this point without allowing a run.
You see a mature team right there. You see guys that expected that. Tyler knows he did his job. It's time for him to get a standing ovation. He deserved that opportunity to run off that field with his home crowd cheering for him. His teammates were ready for the next guy out of the pen.
Again, a fantastic job by the youngster from Bruley High School.
He gets a big hand from the sellout crowd here at Thibodaux. It's 2-0 Nicholls. Pitching change when we come back. Tying run on third base and 2 outs in the 6th inning. And the third pitcher this inning, second out of the bullpen, is Peter Holland.
He's tough, he's gritty, he's resilient, and in that moment he needs to have the baseball in his hands because his team trusts that he's going to make a pitch for them to make a play on, and he did just that.
That ball popped up, could be playable. Tarver in front of the LSU dugout makes the play for the final out of the inning. The Tigers have a runner stranded on third. They score 1, it's unearned, and it's a 2-1 Nicholls lead, heading to the bottom of the 6th.
We don't want us to be satisfied with a 2-1 lead. They score a run, this is how we respond. We did it all night long. We respond right away with the double, and we're ready to go.
This ball hit pretty well to center, over the head of Hampton and all the way towards the warning track. Into second base with a leadoff double is Ivan Prejean. Nathan Tribble trying to advance the runner, Prejean, who's at second base to start the inning.
We work hard on bunting. We do it every single day in practice. We take great pride in it. We know what it can lead to. We know that part of creating a big inning can come from a sac bunt.
Nice bunt by Tribble. This is a tough play, and the throw is wide and off the bag at first base. Everybody safe, and now advancing to second with nobody covering is Nathan Tribble. Taking the extra 90 feet, second time tonight. Nicholls has taken advantage on LSU defensively.
There's no defense for a perfectly executed bunt. Whenever you try to get guys to do something they're not comfortable doing, the pressure mounts. I told our team before the game, you're going to get in trouble for not being more gritty than your opponent. That's who we are as a team. That's the staple of our program, is to gain that edge whatever way you can. Anytime you see something available, go get it. Don't hold back. We'll get beat if we don't play the way we're supposed to. And so we played our identity here. Every time we saw an opportunity, we took advantage of it.
That ball gets away, coming down the line and scoring the third run of the night is Nathan Tribble, and Nicholls gets a run on a ball that got past Saul Garza.
This is what we do. This is our identity. We try to scrap and claw and do whatever we can, and that's what was created here. Peter Holland is our workhorse. He's the pack horse. He's the war daddy. He's the guy that's got to go through the tough stuff. He's the bridge guy, and he's got to get to the closer, and he's got to get there clean. He comes in the sixth and gets us out of a real critical jam. There's no one else our team or myself would want in this situation in the seventh, because we don't need base runners here. We need a clean inning, a momentum inning. Just be a dominant baseball team in the seventh. That's critical in a game like this.
Swing and a miss. Bianco goes down swinging. The first strikeout. Breaking ball gets Dugas swinging. Back-to-back strikeouts for Holland. 2 away in the seventh.
This is the guy that has to do the dirty work, and he did just that. He did a tremendous job of it. When you have a clean seventh with a 2-run lead in this type of game, all the momentum's on your side. Your team doesn't think they can lose.
Popped in the air, shallow right. 2 Colonels converge. It's the right fielder Simon who puts it away. 7th inning stretch time at the Did. So far, Nicholls pulling off the upset, leading 3-1. That ball's drilled to right field. Going back is Cabrera, looking up. That is gone. And he puts Nicholls on top, 4-1. Eighth inning baseball. Nicholls leading 4-1. They have gone back to the bullpen, and they will go to the left-hander Bo Bellato. This one into shallow center. Washington tries to make a diving catch, and it's off his glove. Heading to second is Mathis, and he'll be out by a mile. Mathis trying to extend a flare hit into center into a double, and he is thrown out for the first out of the 8th inning.
You have to make a play behind a reliever when he comes out of the pen. Zane's able to not lose his composure, get back up, and put the baseball exactly where it needs to be. Our players are all in position to be able to make a play from someone being aggressive. Sometimes you need some good baseball fortune for things to go your way, and this is what happens when you know you're going to win and your opponent is unsure. You just love to see so many Nicholls fans excited for you, and you're excited for them, so you become one. And whenever you become one, it's the greatest thing in college baseball. It makes it special.
On the ground, takes a big hop to the second baseman, Tribble, who makes the play for the final out of the inning. We're in the middle of the 8th. Nicholls looking for their first win of the season, leading LSU 4-1. From Thibodaux, Louisiana, home of the Nicholls Colonels, who are looking for a big upset tonight against the 11th-ranked LSU Tigers. We have a 4-1 game heading into the top of the 9th inning.
They put together some really good at-bats here. You're talking about some really good baseball players that are able to put together some good at-bats.
That ball hit into right field, and that'll be down for a hit. The Tigers will bring the tying run to the plate with nobody out in the 9th inning.
What we do need to do, though, is we need to get to Joe Taylor, and that's just what we do.
New pitcher for Nicholls, trying to preserve a 4-1 lead. 2 runners on, nobody out in the 9th inning is the lefty Joe Taylor.
Joe works harder than anybody on our team. We know what he's got, what he can do, and he is the type of guy that just doesn't panic. There's never any panic there, and so you just trust him as a coach.
outside, ball 4. That will load the bases, filled with Tigers. In a 3-run game in the 9th inning, still nobody out.
You know that things are going to get tight here, especially with an umpire in a tight game. He might squeeze you just a little bit, so you have to overcome it. It's going to happen in baseball. It's not anyone's fault. It's what happens in this game, and so you have to be able to beat the pressure. You have to be able to beat the moment. And the type of guy that Joe is, he has the ability to beat the moment.
Call third strike. Thibodaux down, looking for the first out of the 9th.
Sometimes you have to overcome some little hurdles in a game. College baseball, it is what it is. That's what you go through. And the good team, the winning team, always wins those moments in those games.
Outside edge, called a strike. It's 1-2, and Nicholls is a strike away from a big upset here in Thibodaux.
You try to slow down for a second and enjoy the moment, see the people and the fans and excitement, but do your job, because we're set out to do this on this night. We set out to establish ourselves and who we were going to be for this season on this night, and then just finish your job. So in my mind, I'm thinking, do what you set out to do. And that's all I kept saying in the dugout. Do what you set out to do.
Joe Taylor. Ball sent into right field. Could be the game. It is. The Nicholls Colonels have pulled off the big upset. 4-2 the final score against LSU. The Colonels win their first game of the 2020 season against the 11th ranked team in the country.
For our first win of the season, to take care of business at home against a nationally ranked team and an in-state rival, take care of business at your house is what we want to do. Our players fought hard. We just executed our first opportunity to overcome adversity, and we did it. And that's what I'm proud of as a coach. You just see these guys celebrating themselves. They're not celebrating anything else. They're celebrating themselves and what's on their chest and their community, the city of Thibodaux and Nicholls State University, and that's what they play for.